an outdoor demonstration, maybe one a day later on, but yeah, I'm trying to cut down on my videos. I don't do too many. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Reason why I do so many videos because there's so much you need to see and so much you don't see when it comes to people displaying screen paint products or motorized or projection screens altogether, certified screens. There's so much you don't see in the demonstrations. Usually when I watch a lot of these demonstrations, I got a lot of questions that I need to have answered. Why, especially when I'm doing against a certified screen, why are the windows closed? Why do I have enough light in the environment? Why is that screen sitting in that section? What does that have to do with this, that, and the other? There's so many things I have to ask when I'm watching some of these demonstrations. And what I tell people at the end of the day, people really think they're actually seeing color from the screens. I'm explaining to you that no, gray screen paint mixes, at the end of the day, a black and white mix is not going to do anything special. Nothing at all. It's not going to give you special color capabilities. It's not going to give you special contrast. That's basically about it. It doesn't even produce high white levels next to a white screen. What are you getting out of it? Absolutely nothing. And I'll show you why. All right, so right here we have the huge massive screen that we painted, making our own form of the mix, using just basically 10 tablespoons of black paint into a quart of white. For those of you who feel that, somebody said to me one time, he was like, oh, that's wrong, you made this yourself. I said, really? I sent them the little deleted video. He hasn't responded back yet. I wonder why. I don't know why. I know why he didn't respond back, because he didn't expect to see that. But anyway, now we made these products basically from a deleted video from a person's account who basically was making the same kind of black and white mixture out of curiosity to see how close they would come. And actually all three of them did match perfectly, which is kind of a little scary at the end of the day when you really think about it, because when a person gets on camera, they talk about so much on these special abilities that these products have, and at the end of the day, it's just nothing more than just black and white paint. It's like somebody saying they got a miracle cure, elixir that heals all your ailments, everything you need. They go from town to town selling this snake oil, telling you that you drink this, it'll cure everything, everything. And you find at the end of the day, it's nothing more than sugar water. That's what we found out from this. All right, so first things first, look at the screen. We did this on Facebook just a few minutes ago. They had some fun with it. Look at the screen. You think you're seeing actual red. A lot of people don't realize when you have these gray mixes, gray screens, not just gray mixes, gray screens, white screens, stuff like that. You actually really think you're seeing color from your projector. Before we start this, let's show you what our settings are. So we sure we're not doing anything extra. So these are the settings in my projector right now. As you can see, my brightness is at 0. Contrast is 0. Color temperature low. Color is 0. Tint is 0. Only thing we have is sharpness. That's it. That's it. Now that's not going to change color from left to right. Sharpness is not going to do that. So everything is low, as you can see. We don't have color boosted all the way up. None of that. Even if the color was boosted all the way up, it still would affect the screen. That's somebody saying, well, if your color is all the way up, it's going to give you an vantage point. Excuse me. How many projectors are in the room? There's one, right? So one projector is hitting all the objects at the same time. So let me get this straight. You're saying that because if the colors are all the way up, then that means that my projector figures out a way to say pinpoint and just hit my screen only while showing a lower color level to the other screens? Is that what you're saying? All right then, be careful. Don't say crazy things. Come on, at the end of the day, it makes you sound crazy. You know? I don't want to see you on the news out there with 4 or 5 cats in a shopping cart and a tinfoil hat telling them about they're coming. All right, so as you can see, you think you're seeing red, right? You're not seeing red. I go through this all the time. I go to forum sites on Facebook. People have these nice setups. This guy was showing these beautiful roses and stuff like that off his screen. And almost like the colors washed out. And he's like, no, it's not. I said, yes, it is. So I showed him a demonstration on the exact same screen he had, because I had 18 certifieds in a drawer, which comes in handy because someone may pop up and have that exact same screen. And I go, here you go. Colors washed out. Yeah, something to think about. Okay, let's get this started because I want to get this over and done with, because I got to be here for these people going to cut my grass. All right, so as you can see, you think you're seeing red, right? Actually, you're not. So let's remove this. It's going to be short and sweet. Got it done and over with. Let's get this out of the way. Show you what you are actually seeing. Now, with our technology being exposed, Now what are you seeing? Now you see red, don't you? Now how does the other color look? Looks washed out, doesn't it? That's how I see your screen. Every day, that's what I see. My eyes are adjusted differently. So when I see somebody saying, oh, this is the color red, I go, no, it's not red. That's washed out. Because now you see what I see. Now I'm giving you a chance to see what goes on in my head. This is what I see when I see somebody displaying red off a gray screen or a white screen or something like that. That's what I see. So y'all think I'm crazy when I'm in a room talking to you. Oh, no. That screen's not showing red. And you're like, no, it is showing red. Like, no, it's not. It's washed out. When I tell you that I see black levels on screens, I go, no, it's washed out. It's all washed out. So now you get an idea of what Mr. Bird sees in his head when he looks at your screen. That's what I see. This is red. All right, let's go again. It's like an eye level test, isn't it? At the end of the day, some of you I'm not going to say you need glasses, but you don't need glasses. All right, we'll put the white screen back up. Okay. Let's go get ourselves the color blue. It's going to be short. Blue screen. All right, so now we're displaying a blue screen. People looking at that, it's going to stare at that screen and go, that's blue. No, that's not blue. That's actually washed out. That is really washed out for blue. Now we have two of the mixes on the actual larger mix. One is Metallica mix. One is a personal mix. Just to show you at the end of the day, they put that up against a white screen, so look at the difference between the product. No, both of them are washed out. They're all washed out. Look at it very carefully. And like I said, the same thing goes with grade certified screens to do the same exact thing. At the end of the day, like I said, if you want that advanced color, if you want that capability and you got the money, then guess what? You're going to have to spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. So that's what those screens cost at the end of the day. That's why our technology is so popular, because our technology is at $329 for 48 ounces that can paint up to a 150-inch screen. Do you have any idea how much a 150-inch screen would cost you with a screen costing at 100 inches at $3,000? Yeah, a lot of money. I think DMP Supernova, I don't know if it's the Infinity or Blade or one of the others, but they're around $17,000 for like a 180-inch screen. It's quite expensive. So, as we're looking at the screen, are you seeing blue? No, actually, you're not seeing blue. That is washed out. We'll remove the screen real quick so you can see what you're getting. That is blue. That's the color you're supposed to be pulling up. That is blue. Now, we've already done these demonstrations on white levels. As you can see, our screens pull the most superior white levels. We've done demonstrations against black paint versus our product, doing white levels, black fabric versus our product, black vinyl versus our product, and either other darker gray screen paint mixes just could not pull a white level equal to Phantom technology. As you can see, you are not seeing blue. That's why I said that when you're using gray screen paint mixes that have to be done in the dark with calibrated projectors, at the end of the day, you still have a washed out image. All right, let's change this out. Let's get us up another color. Now we're going to be doing these demonstrations also outside on the 150-inch Phoenix screen. That's why I'm glad we got this big screen painted here, because we're going to be doing some demonstrations on the Phoenix. Can you really see real colors and contrast outside on your outside home theater display? Are you really going to be able to see that? Let's go over to green screen neon. There you go. There's a green screen popping up. A lot of people looking at it saying, I see green. Nope, it's washed out. Now, it will come up a little better than a white screen, as you can see. But, as I said, at the end of the day, your color is still washed out. Put my charger in real quick. There we go. Some people have more lighting than I have in my environment. Of course, at the end of the day, they're going to be subjected to either darkening the environment to get the color to come in better, or basically calibrating the living daylights out of your projector. And you still are not going to be able to match your colors correctly. All right, let's go see what you actually are seeing. All right, you ready for this? Okay, here we go. Let's go over here. Let's move this off the wall. Let's see what we're going to get. Boom! Shakalaka. Here we go. Now you're seeing green. Isn't that shocking? I tell people, when I watch these demonstrations on people's products, if I sit there and tell you that the screen's not producing color, it's not producing color. I'm an expert in this field. I've been doing this for quite a long time. So my eyes are trained to see things a certain way. So when y'all see y'all paint, y'all see it the way with the white covered over top of it. Now you get a chance to see what Mr. Bird sees when Mr. Bird looks at a screen. Mr. Bird sees that. Even with the white screen over top of it, I still see that. See that? See how beautiful that green looks, how lush it looks? My projector's never been calibrated. My colors are on 0. Everything's on low on my projector, and I can still maintain that beautiful image. That's why I tell some of you, do your research. Call somebody with some of these high-end companies and say, hey, look, I was just wondering. If I got a white screen with your product, how much would it cost? It's about, depends on what size you get. It could be like around 500, it could be 600, it could be 800. Depends on what size you get. Which one produce the better color? Is it going to be the white screen or no? White screens, color's not going to be that good. But what you want to go with, if you have it, now they're not going to start you with the big flagship, because some people get that sticker shock, they pass out. We have a mid-gray. That's cinema gray. It's a mid-gray screen. They're around like $800. You can get it for $700, $800 for 100 inch. We're talking about 100 inch people, not 120 inch, 100 inch. Is the color going to be good? It's going to be okay, but what do you have after that? Well, we have the Gray Cinema 5D. Much darker than that screen. What's the color like that? It's good. Color's way better than that screen over there. It's going to be to give you rich colors and nice white levels and all that good stuff. Contrast is going to be fair, so forth. Well, what do you got better than that? Well, we have something called Dark Star 9. Now, Dark Star 9 is going to pull contrast levels. It's going to pull in beautiful colors next to a white screen. Not next to our technology, but next to a white screen. It's going to be, that's why it's called their flagship, the top of the top, the big cheese, the big kahuna. That's why, because it's one of the best screens that they have. And it's a very good screen at that. It is. But it's going to be way better than what that selection is. And guess what color that screen is? Is it light gray? Nope. Is it white? Nope. It's dark. There you go. So at the end of the day, our technology, being at people say, oh, it's a whopping $300 and so dollars, so. At the end of the day, my screen paints up to 150-inch screen, ultra short though compatible. It's been tested on just about every level you can possibly think of. Can't match it to black painting if you wanted to. And the beautiful thing about it is it has so many applications you can use it. You don't even have to spend the money for an expensive projector, no calibrated, no dark environments, none of that nonsense to begin with at all. And you're going to pick up your colors correctly. At the end of the day, who wants to calibrate? You're mad, I tell you, absolutely mad. Are you crazy? Are you mad? Now, me having lots of sample sheets, and I do have lots of sample sheets, we know this, because I ran these tests before. Now let's see. Let's go back. Now it wouldn't be a whatchamacallit, you would never get one of these for this price, but just to say this is the white screen, okay? So, you start off with the white screen, right? Now, that screen's very expensive. Keep in mind, those are acoustic screens. And then, you go with a lighter screen, which would be around that shade, right? That is the Cinema Gray, right? And then, you want to go with a more darker screen, which is a Cinema Gray 5D. See the colors? And then you get to the Dark Star 9. Which out of all these screens is the most advanced screen. The screen will pull beautiful white levels, it will pull beautiful contrast levels, and because the contrast levels are so dark, the colors are going to come up much better than these screens right here. So say this screen is a white screen, right here. I'm not saying it's acoustic, because acoustic costs more than that. But this is acoustic. This is the mid-gray screen, because you see a lot of gray screen paint products in this color right here. And then you have Cinema Gray, which is a little bit darker than this one. And then out of this being the flagship, sorry about the pain on the hands, is the most expensive. $3,000 for that screen right here, because it's better than all of these. So if someone's trying to convince you at the end of the day that this particular, if a screen paint is in this color and it's supposed to be the most advanced, it's not. I'm sorry. Not even in the home theater world with the professionals. People have been in business for years would know at the end of the day, basic common sense, that this would be the most expensive screen, the most advanced screen out of all of these. It's not this way. This is how some people want to make you believe it's this way. It's the other way around, but this is the top end screen. It's not. I'm sorry. Now, again, see how dark the screen is. $3,000 projection screen is just one of the top ones, best ones at the end of the day. And for people to say, well, Bird, you mean your product at the end of the day is what? $300 some for so-and-so. So yeah, but at the end of the day, my product can basically outperform all the screens I have for my kitchen drawer when other people's can't back theirs up. We can back theirs up on demonstrations that no one else can. You know what my favorite backup demonstration is? My product versus black paint. I love that one the most. But let me show you something real quick. That is a Darkstar 9 leaning against our technology. I've done these tests a dozen times over and over again, so I know how my screen's going to react. That's a $3,000 projection screen at 100 inches. My screen behind me over here is 126 inches. It's an elite screen also on top of that, but it's coated with our technology. That's a Phantom. The screen you're seeing right here is also a Phantom technology. So at the end of the day, my customer's paying around $329 for 48 ounces of this technology that can easily see color, can pour amazing contrast capabilities, and can, at the end of the day, outperform a $3,000 projection screens. Let's see, let's add that up on saving you hundreds. $3,000 versus $329. All right, let's move on to some more colors. I'm going to show you that real quick. See if we're still in the color blind. All right, we tried green, we did red, right? Green, red. What else do we have? We did green and red. I think of some other colors we haven't got yet. Green, red. Oh, let's try purple screen. Purple screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Purple screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
How do you get full screen at a purple screen? I don't even know. All right, so let's look at the purple screen. Looking at the colors right now on the gray screen paint mixes, white screen, and you're thinking to yourself, well, it looks better than the white screen, right? I told you, white screens don't pick up jack. They don't really pick up jack at the end of the day. And you're looking at the mixes up here. So are you really seeing the color you think you're seeing? Now, like I said before, in order for those mixes to perform well, they have to be on a very expensive projector. You're not going to be using Old Faithful over here like I'm using over here. There's no way in the world you're going to start the day off at a 720p projector with all your settings in zero, including color. No, and it's not calibrated too on top of that. Keep in mind, in those demonstrations, they calibrate those projectors to try to make the colors pop a little better. But at the end of the day, the screen is still faded. And if that was the case, then the screen would look the exact same way it does in the customer's demonstration. And it doesn't. But let's see if you're colorblind or not. So you think you're seeing purple, right? Nope, not even close. Not even close. Let's get the white screen out of the way and show you what you're actually really seeing. Get this out of the way. Now let's go back. Let's see exactly what you're getting. See, when I watch movies and sports and all that good stuff on my screens, I'm getting 100% of my projector's performance. Some of y'all are getting half. It's like if you bought a projector and they go, okay, we'll be right back. And they bring back half of the projector, like, wait a minute, I paid for the whole thing. Yeah, but you're only going to use half of this. You're not going to use the whole thing. There are options in your projector you will never, ever utilize. Not ever. Oh, but this thing has a 12-bit color wheel. You ain't seeing that. That's not going to work at all. You're not. Oh, but it has 20,000 to 1 contrast. You're not going to use that either. That's not going to happen at all, period. As I explained when I was over on Facebook, that I can have a projector with a 100 to 1 contrast ratio with a black screen. You could have a projector with a 2 million to 1 contrast ratio on a gray screen. And my projector at 100 would produce a heavier contrast level than a projector with 2 million on a gray screen. At the end of the day, it comes down to your screen. That's what it comes down to, unless you got a knockoff. But other than that, it comes down to your screen. So you saw my settings in my projector. Everything's at 0, colors at 0. Interesting. All right, let's change this out. Let's go over. I told you not too far from a white screen. Let's go over to, let me see, gray. Gray would be an interesting color to pull up. That would be interesting to pull up. This being a gray screen versus gray. I had somebody one time, I was on a YouTube stream. This is when I used to have the mic open. And somebody said, oh, if your product's so good, show me a gray screen. That was the best question ever. I love a challenge. You know that, right? Let's go. Gray screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
They thought I was going to back down from that. Who would back down from that? Are you kidding me? All right, so we got dark gray. See right there? That's going to be dark gray. Let's see what comes up. Now, as you're looking at the screen, you're thinking this one's pulling dark gray. Not even close. Gray screen's definitely not pulling it up. So which one's pulling up the better gray? It'd be embarrassing if that black screen pulls off a better gray than a screen that's actually gray itself. Okay, let's find out. Dark gray. Dark gray. Mind you, my screen is black. See? Some people, when they saw the demonstration, they looked at it and they said, oh, but no, your screen's just displaying black. No, that's dark gray. If I take my hand and I stick it over and cut black my projector, it shows black. Watch. Now it's black. Now it's gray. Now it's black. Now it's gray. Dark gray, black. Dark gray, black. See, this is the kind of stuff you got to back up in your demonstrations. Not just painting some paint up on a wall and showing some pretty colors. You got to be to back it up. Hardcore. Look at this. Again. Black, gray, black, gray. That's dark gray. That's what's supposed to be displaying. If we go back and we show you the color, that's the color right there. That's what's supposed to produce. Now let's go over to light gray right now. Oh, wait. Oh, I was supposed to cut that out first. Too late. Oh, well. You're going to see it anyway. I was going to cover it up so you can see the difference. But this is the gray you're supposed to be seeing. And it's not even going gray, but I'm supposed to cover it up. Let's see if we can rewind it. I'll give it a comparison. All right. Reacting too quick on that one. Let's see what we got. You ever had Mr. Bird say to you, hey, I think that you should have to calibrate your projectors. You ever said, no, if you want to use this screen paint, you have to calibrate your projector. First things first. You don't want to go with a 720p. You want to go with a 1080p or higher, or you basically want to go with 4K. And you want to make sure that you're using this in an ambient light controlled environment, because this is going to optimize your viewing pleasure, give you the best home theater experience ever. That's what you want to go with. Now, Mr. Bird doesn't tell you that. All right, look at that right there. Again. Gray. The screen is literally gray. Should pick up a better gray. But because there's no contrast in the screen, that's going to basically cause the screen to have some problem. Let's do this again, even though we did it already. Let's remove. You want to do orange next? We do orange. I got the feeling for some orange. Here we go. And here we go. Look at this. There we go. Now my screen produces gray. Interesting. A gray screen that can't produce gray. Black. Gray. Black. Gray. There we go. All right, let's put this back over again. You know what? We're almost done. Let's do... Let me see for a minute. Cancel. I want to see this real quick. Let's do the grand finale. Contrast, definitely not going to come up on this thing. I'm not even going to bother with contrast. we'll do another demonstration separately on contrast only alone. Slow color change out.
Getting that from YouTube.
So let's see what you actually are getting. So there you go. Watch the slow color change out. See what you actually are getting. I'll put my stuff away real quick. We're done. But what can you expect? Black and white paint's going to react that way. That's what it's black and white. Nothing different in it. Nothing that makes it special. It's black and white paint at the end of the day. That's it. What did you just buy? I don't even know. Could it be black and white? Black and white paint. Oh. Now, when I told you that at the end of the day, that our Digital One Crystal Screen Paint products, that is right there, over there. You can't see it, but it's blended into the Metallica mix on the larger screen. It was made by Black and White Paint. That's how it's made. The base of it was black and white when we made Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. Pretty much matches this product perfectly. That's another reason why basically gave me a red flag that it was black and white paint at the end of the day. It matched their old stuff. And as you can see, as the screen's changing colors, you can see that you're actually getting real colors off our Phantom technology. Also to Phoenix, we'll be doing the demonstration on Phoenix, but we're doing it on a different level. We'll be doing this demonstration, maybe outside today, on 150 inches outside. And let's see if the screen can keep up with the color of a Phoenix outside at 150. Let's see. Doesn't really change. Doesn't show anything at all. Can't pick up color. Now, we're just going to add, sometimes we put some stuff in at the very last minute. Things we put in at the very last minute. And in this demonstration, I'm going to show you something. We're going to take, this is our product we made, screen paint mixtures using black and white paint. That's it. 10 tablespoons of black paint into a quart of white paint to make our product. I'm going to come over here and show you that next to this screen we have our old screen paint under Digital One Crystal Screen Paint, which is the one right there. Now the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint, when we made that, was made also too out of a black and white product, but the difference with ours, if we put a little we put a little Martha Stewart Metallica mix into it, and a little bit of silver glitter, which at the end of the day was probably not a good idea because it lets a real glittery effect across the screen. This stuff right here, when I made it, no glitter, and no form of silver. So as we see, we're doing the color change out. If he tries to come up and say, well, hey, it doesn't have the same color, yes, it does. It's matching the color change out with no problem. And not only that, it's matching our old Digital One Crystal Screen Paint, as I told you, was made out of black and white. That was the base of it. The base is black and white, and they add a little silver. Sometimes they add a little glitter into it, but the base is always black and white. So you may say, no, mine produces different color. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Mine has this excellent quality image. No, it doesn't, because if your screen paint had that excellent quality image, like I said, customer's leisure projector, which I saw in the demonstration, did not look the same as your projector. I wonder why. Maybe it's because you have a high-end projector, his projector's a low-end, and at the end of the day, you're going to be able to produce a better image due to the fact that your projector is doing all the work. How about you get the same projector he got and do the same demonstration? And see if you can produce that same image that you can produce on your P2 on a leisure projector in your home. And no cookie cutter screens. Blow it up. Do contrast levels the whole 9 yards. Show the whole thing. All right, so we did the color change out. Let's go over to white screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is the same white levels. Let's go over and let's get Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
We're going to get the contrast levels are going to be different.
It's kind of like a bit the same at the front. You can't get any better than that. Pay attention to how you.
Nope, this is the same contrast level, so no, contrast is not different from our product from 7 years ago, from the mix that we made out of the 10 tablespoons of black or the original Metallica. All matches the same. Let's see if we pull up some snowstorms on here. Can we get anything different? Is anything going to show up different? Let's see. This is why I tell you got to do these side-by-side comparisons. We just did one today with black paint versus our black technology. Guess what? Didn't even match. Didn't even come close. But let's see how close yours comes. Boom! White level. Should we bring the camera a little closer? There you go. 7-year-old Digital One Crystal screen paint made with a black and white product. I'm not going to mention your name. Be nice today. Screen paint mix Metallica 2.0. And right there, and the big screen is using 10 tablespoons of black paint into a quart of white. So if I was doing a side-by-side to see exactly how your screen paints would show up, how close would they come if I were to mix these products together, they would come so close that they would match. Again, we have to do the same thing ourselves, so we're being fair. I did a demonstration all day today and yesterday of showing black paint versus my technology on white levels. I did a demonstration on black fabric versus my technology on white levels. So if I can do those demonstrations with no problem, I don't see why other people can't. TCL 4K demonstrations. Boom, 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 boom. I love doing this, man. I love hard tests, man. I love hard tests. It's supposed to make the test difficult. Difficult. So at the end of the day, when you use 10 tablespoons, this is what goes on in my head. When I use 10 tablespoons, that lets me know that any of your screen paints are going to fall in the guidelines of 10 and down. Anywhere in 10 and down, and those tablespoons will allow me to make any one of your products. That's how I know. What's the highest I can go and how many tablespoons I can drop on here before we start seeing some strange, something doesn't match. So I know now when it comes to certain products, I know that I can make them because all I have to do is keep them in that area where the 10's at. Now, as for the UV mix, it's pretty easy. Once we've reversed that over to the black side, we know it takes 5 tablespoons of white to convert that. Anywhere in that line of 5, 6 to 7, 7 being the highest, would basically keep that in that area. If I were to go higher than that, I would probably breach over into Frankenstein and all the rest of them with no problem. Oh, I know now. I know. I definitely know how to make your products. That's how my brain functions. Now, when it comes to the personal mix in that area, like I said before, 10 and 2, we never added 1. We added 10 and 2. That allows me to know from there that if I'm going to the personal mix, we started off with 2, we started off with 3, and 4 was a magic number. Now, if I wanted to make it a little bit more, I can go into 4, into 5. I say 6 would be the highest I would go in that one. Now, some people may be saying, oh, Bird, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, right here, there's my proof right here. There's my proof right there. That was made with 10. That's how I figure it out. That's how I know. That's how we went in. We did the personal mix. We broke it down. We did 10, 3, and 4. 4 locked. But if I go anywhere in 5, the highest I could probably go is 6. Yeah, we know already. The thing about it was just trying to figure out how many teaspoons it took to do the trigger. That's it. That's pretty much it. But at the end of the day, getting back to the video, yeah, your screen is definitely colorblind. All right, one minute before we leave from here. Let's take this white screen down over here. All right, let's get our screen exposed over here. Show you how your amazing white levels come in. There we go. I like to show off our technology along with the other screens. There we go. So that way you can see the difference between our technology's amazing white levels. All right, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. As I said before, you know, usually when you're dealing with these mixes right here, you got to be careful because, as I said before, at the end of the day, if they can't back up their products, you're going to be subjected to nothing more than something that's only going to have a black and white mix, black and white paint. It's a lot of money to spend on some black and white paint. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
And all the while, you think you're actually seeing color when you actually are not seeing color. All right. That being said, again, I hope you enjoyed the demonstrations. Like I said, be careful when you're out there buying screen paint products. We always tell people at the end of the day, before you buy from us, do the research, search around, see how many people do demonstrations how we do them. And like I said, be real careful about some of those mixes out there. At the end of the day, they can be nothing more than black and white paint. That's something else you have to deal with. And like I said, when people start to call themselves developing black screens without proper testing, if they're not testing the gray mixes, they're definitely not testing the darker mixes. So be careful about that also too, because like I said, at the end of the day, you could end up with a product that doesn't have the ability to see white light. A very dirty image is going to be against your screen, unwatchable if they're trying to develop a black paint. And also too, if you're dealing with the light gray mix, something you're going to have to worry about is the fact that, number one, are you really seeing color? And at the end of the day, did you really just pay for black and white paint? All right, gotta go, and God bless.